Life is a winding road.
Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today what I'm going to be doing is a March month-end close. This check-in will cover from the 25th of March through the 31st of March. And then later on today, I will do a cash stuffing for the beginning of April. So I've already laid down my stickers for my transactions. I didn't have a lot. In fact, I actually had a couple of no spend days, which is rare. So let's get started. So the first one I had was groceries for $10. I know. We did a great job eating out of our pantry and our freezer, and then went out a couple of times. So I do desperately need to go to the grocery store though. So I'm ending with groceries at $130 left, and I'll do all my unstuffing at one time. And then for eating out, I had two. I had Bambinos for $30 and Portillo's for $20. So that was $50. So eating out is empty. And then spending, and what I've been doing is just putting my spending money in my wallet and leaving my other envelopes at home. It's kind of how I'm going to roll into the month of April and the system I'm going to be using. So I had one expense for spending, which was really food, but I was out of food. So that was Panda Express for $20. So I should have $30 left in spending. And then, I don't know why I had 0 left in household. I had $130 left in household. Should have had 130. Let's see if we really have 130 left in household. So 51, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I do have 130 left in household, which I am going to roll over. I'm going to keep household more like a sinking fund. It's okay. My daughter's dog just heard our Ring doorbell go off, so he is on high alert. One moment, please. Okay, I'm back. Investigation is complete and the house is secure, so we're all good right now. Oh my God, that dog. Okay, so entertainment has been empty the whole month. Personal care, I don't know why. I had 110 left. I did not spend anything. I should still have 110. Let's see here. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay, and then I have 10 in my little wallet. Okay, that's right. I'm also going to be rolling personal care over. Just because I'm going to get my hair colored and it's going to be pricey, so we're good. Entertainment is empty. Clothes, I should still have 400. I'm also making this more of a sinking fund because that makes more sense. My mom's envelope is empty. Medicine is empty, and miscellaneous is empty. Okay. So personal care, I have one. I'm just going to put 100 because the other 10 I'm going to roll out. And miscellaneous and mom. Okay, so in this wallet, so the money in here that's left over that I'm not rolling over will go into my savings challenge, which is this little box. It's my 100 envelope challenge. Let me get this one out of my way. So this is kind of my version of the 100 envelope challenge because I did not want to make 100 envelopes. So I bought this box from Amazon. I just ordered a box of these index cards for 4x6. I hand wrote 1 through 100. And then I just made a little kind of checklist on a piece of paper and I did not laminate this because I'm just going to color it in. So that's what I'm using for this challenge. At the end of this challenge, I will have at least $5,050. So I'm not putting a due date on this challenge. I'm just using rollover money to fund this challenge. So instead of scheduling the money like I did the last time I did a challenge, I'm kind of just trying to be very intentional with my money so that I do have money to fill this. So let's see what we have left that we can put in here. I'm also doing a $10 challenge. So I didn't want to do a 1 or a 5 because I felt like they just multiply so fast. Oh, I was like, wait, we're spending. Spending is in my wallet. And then household is empty. Miscellaneous is empty. Personal care is 10. And then everything else should be empty. Clothes is empty. Gifts. Okay, so I do have some money from this week that is back to bank, but my envelope still has the March money that had to go back to bank. So I'm just gonna put this to the side right now. It's $50. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it in here until I clear that other envelope, and then this will start my back to bank for the month of April. Okay, so let's put that to the side. So what we have is 100, 40, 50. These two 10s are going to go into my $10 savings challenge, which is in this binder. And this is my checklist for this. So this has, for every money bag, it's $30. So right now I have $60 in this challenge. I'm not yet ready to draw in one more. So I'm just gonna take these two 10s and put it in my savings challenge envelope. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, yep, I'm $10 short, so I'll put this back in here. And then this is where I write in what I'm putting in. So I'm putting in 150. So fund 150. And this is just a way for me to kind of not have to go through and count this, just to make sure I'm on track with fulfilling this challenge. So it's really two challenges. The $10, any $10 bills I have left over, my goal is 1,000, so 100 of those. And then this is more of a long-term savings challenge. So I have $1 left from the last time I did stuffing. So I'm going to take the $100 bill and go ahead and fill 100 because that never happens where I have a $100 bill left. So I'm going to color in the 100. And then I could do 41. Do I have 41? Oh, I do have 41. Okay, so let me just make sure this is right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is 41. So we'll go under the 41 tab. And then I have 10. Fill in the 10. Where's 10? 10's over here. Okay, short and sweet. I think I decided at like 99.98 I would just put, if I had a $100 bill, I'd put that in just so I didn't need as many ones. I did get more ones than normal for my cash stuffing for April because I'm doing it a little differently. So I may end up with more of the singles that will help fill in this tracker. So that is everything for the savings challenge. And then let's just go back to this and just make sure everything is closed out. Overall, a pretty good month. I did not make a lot of my goals that I had set up for myself, but as far as my no spends, because the first 2 weeks it was just a free-for-all, I didn't track no spends because I really couldn't. So I had one on the 20th and one on the 27th because I don't, giving comes out of my account naturally, so I don't count those as no spends. So I had one on the 25th. I had one on the 20, I know I'm putting cash stuff in there. I had one on the 28th. And today, well, I'm going to put today as a no spend because I've already cleared my wallet. So if I spend anything today, it will actually come out of my April budget. So overall, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my goal was 15. So obviously I did not make that. 400 rollover. So in household, I had... So I had 180 out of my envelopes. My household, I had 130. And then personal care, I had 100. Plus 170 plus 100. So, oh, I did make that one. Okay, so I did make the 400 roll over. I did track my transactions. Well, I'm not going to give myself that one because this is only half the month that I really track my transactions. Savings challenge, I was able to fund. And then I did update my transactions last night. This was my incremental income. I'm going to keep doing this in the month of April instead of using that separate book because that really was easier for me to see and kind of keep track of. So how I divided this was incremental income that I need to pay back to my card, my Capital One card. Here's what I pulled from my medical, which was a lot in the month of March. And then this is money that I spent that I was reimbursed for. So when I got paid back, they all Venmo'd me. I put it into my account and then paid $236 on my card. So I wasn't paying out of my cushion in my account. I was actually taking the money that I was paid back and putting that back in. And then this is how I did my transactions. Now what I'm doing a little bit differently for April is I went ahead and made checklists that actually match my mile liners. So I went through the color codes and matched them as best as I could. And then when I highlight them, I know which category they're going to go to. So for an example, this purple color in the month of April is going to be spending. So when I'm highlighting the transactions in my book for on my Capital One card, if it's spending and that's the category I need to track the transaction to, then I'll use the purple highlighter. So I went through and did the majority of the colors. I think I have 12 or 13 highlighters altogether. So I just made sure that I had a match for them so that when I'm highlighting, it's a little bit easier. So that is what is happening there. And that's how I'm going to do my transactions for April. So everything was cleared on my card. I made the final payment this morning, so the card is at 0. I always make sure that I clear that card. The difference is in April, I'm actually going to be paying it weekly. So if you had seen my earlier video when I did my check-in, my credit score actually went down 14 points in 1 month because of how much I had on my Capital One card. So even though that was my only considered debt other than my mortgage, because I had used so much of my credit per se, because I don't have any other credit cards, then that reflected on my credit score. So as soon as I paid that off, and I paid it down, I just did my last payment today, which was I think $800. So at one point I think the high was over $7,000, which made me very nervous, but a lot of that was a medical bill that I had put on there and then cleared off. So I know my credit score will bounce right back up in the month of April because I'm going to be paying that off weekly. So it's just a numbers percentage, but it did kind of freak me out a little bit, I won't lie. But if I'm not applying for credit, my credit score going down 14 points in 1 week isn't a problem because it's going to bounce right back up. But it was a good lesson for me to know that I needed to clear the card more often than let it build up like that. And it's also easier for me just to kind of look at it if I just transfer the money when that transaction occurs versus waiting till the end of the month, because you can only do 3 payments at one time. So I'd have to do 3 payments and then wait and then do the rest. So I finally was able to do the last final payment on Tuesday of this week. So that is the story there. But other than that, overall, kind of a, you know, as good a month, I think, as I could do considering the circumstances in my life this month. So just a peek ahead to April, I've already laid down this kit. This is the one that was my yearly kit, the pattern. So this is already laid down. I've got my birthdays noted. So anything that I will be spending money on in the month of April, Easter, I do have a sinking fund for. 2 birthdays that will come out of my nieces and nephews' birthday, really their kids' birthday envelope. I've already set up my expenses, my weekly check-in, my sinking funds. This time I listed them all. I did get rid of some sinking funds and combine some just to kind of make it a little bit easier to put them in here. My incremental income will be tracked here, and then my transaction log. So that is what I'm planning to do for the month of April. So okay, well, that's everything for this video. Please let me know down below if you have any questions. I hope your March went well. I don't know about you, but I love a new month and a new budget. So I was ready for this month to end, and I always love the beginning of a new budget. So I hope you are ready for April as well, and I hope you are doing well. Take care. Bye.
Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.